As the Tour de France rapidly approaches, more and more bike companies are showcasing their brand new models using the pro teams that they sponsor. And Specialized are the latest to do that. They've given both Peter Sagan and Mark Cavendish a brand new model to use at the Tour de Suisse, and it's already been put to good use, with Peter Sagan winning on it on stage 6.
So let's take you through the 5 key points that we know about this new bike so far. Let's start with the brakes. Now they're both integrated, with the front one being mounted behind the forks, which isn't something new in itself, although this design does look brand new and pretty unique.
Yeah, the rear brake, on the other hand, is actually mounted to the seat tube and just behind the lowered seat stays. And that is actually something that I don't think we personally have ever seen before. What it does do is create a very large carbon surface area whilst not falling foul of the UCI regulation, which states that tubes cannot exceed a 3:1 ratio of length to width.
Yeah, and there was some speculation, and I myself speculated, that these brakes might be hydraulic, but we understand that that won't be the case, and we understand it because this photo shows a brake cable.
Proves that you were wrong, basically. To give Tom his dues though, it is quite difficult actually to see any cables until you get very close up, especially when you see the bike from a head-on angle. Nothing at all is visible, and that's because Specialized have basically hidden all of the cables inside the stem, the frame itself, and even into the fork. And also, when you look from the front, you can't even see the front brake caliper. That's completely hidden behind the fork blades.
Yeah, Specialized have spent a lot of time working on their bars and stem, which look, and presumably are, very aerodynamic.
Yeah, but in making them aerodynamic, it does seem as though there is a little bit of a lack of height adjustability at the stem itself, which might explain why Mark Cavendish is using some, well, let's say fairly unique looking riser road bar. Certainly something that I don't think we've seen in the professional peloton before, even if FSA do make some that are available to the public.
And yeah, Peter Sagan's bars also look different, but we think that these might be the Specialized S-Works carbon Aero fly bars, and we might think they're unusual because we haven't seen Sagan using them before, and because we haven't seen handlebars this free from cables before either.
The next point is something that we have actually briefly touched on at the start of this video, and that is the fact that Specialized have quite significantly lowered how high the seat stays are. They now meet the seat tube about 3 inches or so below the level of the top tube. But again, this is something that we have seen on other manufacturers' bikes in the past. When Tom and I had a quick think about it a few moments ago, we reckon that the first time that we could remember something like this was probably on BMC's Time Machine.
Yeah, and presumably since this is a feature of this latest Aero bike, manufacturers are finding that lowered seat stays help to decrease the overall drag of a bike. We've also seen it on the new Scott that we featured in the GCN show earlier this week.
Okay, so having said that this video is all about 5 points that we do know about the new bike from Specialized, actually point 5 is something that we don't know, but we're going to speculate on anyway. So what's the name of this bike going to be? Well, it could simply be called the Venge, or potentially it could be called the Venge RIM, or RIM, which we don't know what that would actually stand for. But it's because Velo News noted that on the UCI's website, Specialized did indeed file a bike for approval with the UCI in November of last year under this name.
Yeah, and that would make sense because the original Venge hasn't actually changed that much since 2011 when it was first released, when Mark Cavendish had been instrumental in testing it late the previous year. Well, that's about it. It's a very intriguing bike, and we don't know much more than that for sure, but presumably Specialized are going to be releasing some information in the not too distant future.
Yeah, with some concrete numbers on aerodynamics, and if we can get a hold of it at the Tour de France, we will definitely be doing that for you as well. Now, if you haven't caught this week's GCN show, where Cy and Tom take you through lots of the latest tech coming from the world of road cycling, you can catch that by clicking just up there.
And we mentioned Philippe Gilbert's BMC Time Machine bike, which has the lowered seat stays. If you'd like to take a look at that bike in more detail, click down there.
And finally, do you want to do the subscribe bit, or shall I do the subscribe bit?
We should both say it. Subscribe to GCN.
It's free.
Click on me, or Dan.
Or, no, just me, I think.
Just you, okay.
Yeah, click on the senior.
Zoom in on Dan.
Senior
click on
presenter.
Dan. The boss, as he likes to be known by himself.
Do we want any thumbs up for this video?
I'm sure we'll get a ton of them anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, but do we want to plead for some extra ones above and beyond what we normally get?
Yeah, actually what we'd really like isn't just thumbs up, we'd like you to share this video with your friends. There's a share button, whether you share it via email, Facebook, Twitter, just do it.
I'm not so concerned about that bit, I just like the thumbs up bits.
Do you?
Yeah. I like to see how many thumbs up videos of bits I get on the videos that I'm in.
Are you winning, do you think, overall? Do you have
I haven't collated a spreadsheet just yet to compare presenters, but I shall do that soon.
Okay, That's good.
Anyway, you can find it. There's like a sign that looks just like that, and it's just below this this video. It's next to that one, which you have to ignore.
Never press that one.
Do you think anyone's
on this
still here?
channel.
Is anyone still here?
Well, if they are, then I've actually...
We were supposed to keep this video under 15 minutes, and
Yeah.
we might have gone beyond that now.
If they are still here, I've actually got a theory about why it's called the RIM. Do you think it could be that's the Venge rim for rim brakes, and the Venge disc could be appearing soon?
Maybe. Wow, that is some speculation.
Some speculation right there. The discs would be significantly harder to hide, but I'd like to see him try it.
I mean, the unfortunate thing that there's only 3 people left to hear the speculations. We left it so long to get it out there.
It's like you see the amount of the audience watching it.
Yeah. Right, okay, bye.
Ciao.